And with that, good morning and welcome to Vagabond Nerds, coming live from Dallas On Air in downtown. With me, Sean. I will eventually get that opening out for the music, Walker. Our illustrious co-host.
Illustrious? Is that
We're
going
to go with the Perez Dictionary.
That's
okay.
That's the illustrious. Thank
Write
you.
that down. Thanks. You're welcome, by the way. No, seriously, Scooby, Jason, my man.
Yes.
This is the second show of the day for you. Am I correct?
Yes, it really is.
It is the second
is the
show.
second
I'm starting
show.
to feel it, too.
Oh, my gosh, dude. Tell us what happened, man.
So, I was on Coast to Coast AM last night, or this morning.
I don't know anymore. It all
Yeah,
blurs
it all sort of
together.
blurs together. But I was out there just pimping my new book. How you...
Pimping.
Yeah.
Pimping your new
Your
book.
horn?
Yeah, well, you're either pimping or you're whoring. This one was pimping.
I always whore, man.
I know.
Well,
I get no money for whoring, but whatever.
I would go with tricking instead. I think that's more politically correct.
Is
nowadays.
that
I think
more-
it's tricking. Yeah, it's
Okay.
pimping and tricking.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. What makes this even funnier is the title of the book, which is How UFOs and Bigfoot Prove that the Bible is True.
Yes.
So,
Yes. I don't know how that works, but I'm not going to ask you to explain it.
And
well, no,
nor
that's
do
why I
want
have
to.
a book.
Yeah.
That's
good.
why they took 2 hours this morning for your. That was your interview length, right? 2 hours.
Well, actually, the interview was only about an hour or so, and the rest of it was call-ins.
So it was like how we normally talk to you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you talk for 2 hours. We just tune you out after the first 45 minutes.
No, he
Yeah, that's
doesn't.
about right.
He doesn't get to talk for any dedicated amount of time because you're always interrupting him.
Hell yeah. And I gave him a
Actually-
show this morning so he didn't have to be interrupted.
That's true. He's all talked out. This is
Yes.
just going to be you and me, isn't
This is it, man.
Pretty much.
We're done with
You're
it.
just
Although,
you're checking out for the rest of this entire episode.
Oh, I have a pillow over here.
Jason's checked out now. We're driving on the way.
Plus-
I'm just waiting for him to fall asleep,
Plus,
man. I'm
after this, we got to go to that Mardi Gras thing in Seagoville. What was the name of it? I forget the
oh
name.
my gosh. We have general audience here. Audience.
Search the
Yeah,
X.
audience.
Search the X, right? Mardi Gras pop up in Seagoville.
Yeah.
Is that tonight?
is
Vagabonds
tonight.
won't be live there tonight, but Clean will be
Vending.
with
Vending.
his art table, right?
with his art
Yes.
table. That's
Nice,
right.
very nice.
That's right.
And, yeah, I'll be there.
Do you have
drawing.
some prints available already?
In fact, I do.
Nice.
And they're already in the
Really?
car. So, yeah, we got some prints of some new art. I've got some art from several of the books that I've worked on that I'll be selling there as well. And some unused sketches and artwork for some other stuff.
Unused,
And,
as in these aren't good enough, but I'll sell them anyways.
well, projects that I've been working on that didn't make it to fruition for one reason or another.
All right, gotcha.
Some were just sketches. And
Let me
others-
translate this.
Yeah.
I have artwork that I didn't finish that I'm hoping I can sell and pawn off on some sucker tonight.
That's kind of what I was getting
That's
at.
what that
That's
was.
kind of what I was getting at.
But you don't tell them that.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, no, you didn't hear that.
In addition, we have a Kat. How would you say this? What's your title today?
Well, let's welcome. Yeah, let's welcome
Kat,
Kat.
welcome.
Welcome.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to be here finally. It's been a long time, and we've never actually met, even
Yes.
though I feel like I've known you for the past year. But anywho,
Well, you haven't met
could-
Sean. You've
You haven't
met
met
us.
Sean.
Yeah, oh,
You've
yeah.
been unfortunate.
You love
enough to
us. It's him that you're
no,
like.
she
stop.
doesn't.
No, I love you guys. Y'all are awesome. You could consider me your engineer extraordinaire.
Engineer
How about that?
extraordinaire.
Engineer extraordinaire.
That's good. I like
Yeah.
that.
Why do you got to use
like
big
that.
words that Ray can't pronounce? And why
No,
did I just refer
keep-
to myself in third person?
Keep using those big words so that he
Big-
does
big-
those
big
big
words.
words
There
so
we
he
go.
does misuse them later on.
It is rubbing off on you.
I know.
That's awesome.
You know. Well, I'm the one who asked you to sit closer to me, so it's my fault.
Jason, focus. Get off the
Search
phone,
the
man.
well. I was search
Oh,
the
you're
X
right.
for
Search
Mardi
the
Gras.
X.
There
Yeah,
it
we're
is.
past that now.
You may be, but I'm bringing it back. Okay,
I'm
so back-
bringing it back.
Bringing it
I'm
back,
bringing it back,
man.
man.
Bringing it back.
All right, so all of our nerdians, if you are anywhere near or want to be near Seagoville this evening, search the X Mardi Gras. We have the post on our Facebook, so just go scroll, see this
You can put
image.
the phone down, man.
Click
no
it.
one cares. About you.
Oh, I'm just saying.
And
You know, it's
is it
it's an appearance.
Is it a
It's-
free pop-up event?
It
What
is
is
a
it?
free
pop-up
pop-up
event.
So you
with
can show up, check out some other vendors.
BYOB.
Oh, BYOB. Everybody likes to get drunk and walk around and check out stuff at tables.
Whoa. You mean it's bring your own booze, not bring your own boy? That's why Raymond was taking me.
So how are you guys doing today? Let's talk about. Is everybody having a good morning?
What? I mean, just an
hen-
R. Kelly moment there? What the
Yeah.
hell?
Was it young
Well-
boys? I didn't think it was young boys. I just
I
thought
don't
it
know.
was
He's
young.
pissing on everyone, man.
Hmm.
Okay, it's a bladder issue,
That's not.
and it's medical.
That's not a bladder issue. That's location,
That
location
is
is what that is.
Location.
Yeah, don't ever
Oh my
you gotta
God.
know. Yeah, that's
What are we talking about today, guys?
Well,
Are we
how's
talking-
everybody having a good morning so far?
So far,
Yeah.
It was up until about 5 minutes ago when we started.
Let me
this
tell
thing.
you. Let me tell you how my morning went before I got here. I came downstairs after getting ready for the show to find the back door open and a bird in my house.
did the bird break in?
Was it wearing a ski mask?
Yes, it did. Yeah, it was
Are-
carrying a crowbar.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Taking
No,
a
I had
hike?
to. I had to go
Was
get.
there an earthworm that came to save you?
It was like one of those little brown like finches. You know
Wow,
what I mean?
a pull.
Thank you.
And it-
well, he's
right.
wearing the shirt. I mean, it's not like it was that hard
No,
of a
yeah,
connection
well,
to make.
there you go.
So I have to
So is
keep
a
I have
finch?
to keep the dog away from Chase because Kona's going nuts and she wants to chase the bird around the house.
Was
and
his
it's,
name David?
I don't know who it was. It could have been Samson for all I know. I have no idea who it was. But I grabbed a blanket and I had to corral it around my house and keep it from going upstairs and chase it out the back door. And it kept running in the windows, just thunk, thunk. Because there's windows all the way around, like all the way around the downstairs.
How
of
did
my
it get
house.
in?
Kicked in the door.
I think my wife left the back door open for the dog to run in and out, for Kona to kind of go in and out. And it just, I don't know what happened. It just flew in. So quite a surprise coming down. I'm like,
What just flew in there?
What just flew in there? I'm like, what is that noise? This flew weird. And just thunk, thunk. I'm like, what the hell is going on
Your
downstairs?
sex life is weird, man.
Yeah, it is kind of
No
strange.
noises should ever be like that.
So I went, then I find this little bird flying around, pooped on one of my wife's projects. I cleaned it up. It's fine.
It's art.
yeah.
It's art now.
It's
It's very,
Always a freaking critic
it's
out there, man. I swear.
au natural art at this point.
Oh
so
my God.
it was pretty funny.
She'll sell it at the next pop up for 50%
Yeah.
off.
There you go.
As unused art.
This
Okay,
is
there we
what
go.
is this is a shitty piece of art. Yeah, I totally went for that one. Sorry, I just had to go for that. Anyways, that was the start of my day.
All right. Well, that sounds like fun.
I started this day. It's beautiful outside right now.
Really
Sunny
is.
and everything else.
It's fantastic. out.
But the morning started with hail hitting the freaking windows.
guys got
I'm like,
hail?
We got hail.
Wow.
We got
Yeah.
hail this morning.
Nice.
So it was always fun. Okay, Bruce, we get it. Crowbar. Okay, there you go.
I said that on.
Yeah.
Glad somebody's picking up what I'm laying down. Thank you, Bruce.
Anyway, Jason, we know how your morning went. I've actually had a good 2 weeks, which is rare. No stress. Been pretty cool. And that's
It's good
it.
to be the king.
It's good. I wouldn't know. Today's show, we are going to.
Brought to you by the letter M. And K.
Whenever you cause us dead air silence, that
And the
means
number
it's not
13.
funny. Stop it.
Edgar appreciates it.
Stop it.
Oh, he's just laughing at the fact he can't believe you said that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, come on, don't. That's him shaking his head like. Oh,
He's
Jesus.
like, I am so not a part of this.
Right?
Why did I get up early in the morning?
Why did I want to
to
come hang
watch
out with these
people?
idiots? Yeah.
We don't know, man.
Yeah.
We have no clue.
First of all, that's the question we have for all of our viewers. All 4 of them. I'm sorry, 3. My wife got tired of it.
I don't blame her.
Well, I don't either.
So Captain Marvel today. We're going to review.
We're
Should
gonna talk
we?
about.
We're gonna talk about
we
it?
should talk about it.
Spoiler free.
Totally spoiler free.
Let me rephrase this.
Where's the
Or
fun
not
in that?
rephrase this. Let me enforce this comment.
Yeah.
Spoiler free McLean.
Yeah, and none of this. It's not a spoiler. Don't say the. Well, it's not really a spoiler. Let me just tell you this one part. Well, it's not really a spoiler.
That's a
Don't-
spoiler.
If you have
Schmuck.
to tell me it's not really a spoiler, that means that it can spoil something for somebody.
All right, so we should mention the fact that she has superpowers. Is that a spoiler now?
No, that's in the.
Or how about the costume?
No,
the
that's
fact Nick
not-
Fury shows up in it?
Yeah,
How about Coulson?
anything. You're
Anything
good.
in the trailers?
Actually, Coulson wasn't in the trailers.
He
Way to
wasn't-
go. No, he was
Way
not.
to go.
Okay, first of all, that had been a big part of this. You know what?
Whoa, easy.
Slow
Big
down,
Purple.
killer.
It's okay.
Did you call him Big Purple?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Prince in the house.
It's either that or Grimace. I don't know which way you want.
Oh,
me to
we're gonna go with
this.
Grimace. Oh my gosh, dude, I'm never gonna get that out of my head now.
You notice that we don't see Mayor McCheese anymore. Just saying.
Well, it's because he embezzled.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he got eaten.
So Captain Marvel, we all saw
By
it.
Grimace. What? I did. Did you see it?
I saw it.
I saw it.
Okay,
I did
so
see
we
it.
can actually talk.
So we can move on now.
I wouldn't say we're not going to talk intelligently about this, but we are going to discuss. All
Well,
right.
let's start at the beginning, right? So we do what we always do.
Oh, really?
We enjoyed it.
Oh, Christy's watching the show apparently.
I think.
No.
Focus, McLean.
No. What?
We enjoyed Captain Marvel.
Did we?
I'm asking you, jackass.
I did. I liked it. I mean, it wasn't the best. I don't think it's the best thing Marvel's put out, but I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Sean?
It was entertaining. I'd say that it was entertaining. So I mean, yes, I enjoyed watching it. It was fun. Yeah.
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's Marvel's first outing for
waiting
a
on the butt.
female superhero.
Yeah.
I don't think it hit all the same notes as Wonder Woman, but I enjoyed this movie.
See, that's the other thing. People are going to inevitably compare
Oh,
this.
you have to.
I mean, they're going to compare it to
Hey,
Wonder
look,
Woman.
we've been comparing
I know,
DC
I
to
know.
Marvel this
The
entire time.
Right,
You
no,
got to compare it. I
You
know.
were gonna go the other way with this movie, and I
Right.
will say, Wonder Woman is an overall better film.
It
Oh,
is.
absolutely.
It's it is
absolutely is.
overall
Yeah,
it's a better
but
film.
but this this movie was fun.
This was it's you know what? It's another I'm not going to use the word solid, but another entertaining Marvel movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you if you like Marvel movies,
Yeah.
this one is going to hit.
It
it checks
checks
all the
all the marks,
boxes,
yeah.
and you
Yep.
go, okay, that's Marvel. Yeah, it was good. You know, so I mean, it's not anything profound or stellar.
No.
Pardon the
yeah.
you're not going to walk away from this movie and go, oh my gosh, that thing changed my life. But you'll walk out of it going, yeah, that was fun. I had a good time.
How many Marvel movies do you walk out of thinking, oh man, that changed my life? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. I personally haven't walked out of one that anything changed my life, but somebody might.
All right.
I don't think I've seen any movie that's actually been like you're going into a flick where it's changed your life.
Not even Jerry Maguire?
Why the hell would Jerry Maguire?
What about
change my
Saving
life?
Private Ryan?
No,
Or
Teach You
Forrest
How to
Gump?
Love?
no, Cold and Dead Inside.
What about Old Yeller?
Di-
That didn't change your life?
Okay, Old Yeller changed my life. It taught
here's
me.
the thing,
It taught me how not to trust dog movies because those inevitably
How not
are gonna be freaking sad.
Not to trust
Yeah,
dog
never.
movies.
Yeah, if you see a dog in a movie, don't ever.
Yeah.
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 Don't ever go.
Well, there's an entire movie series now dedicated to killing the damn dog.
Yeah, that's true. What is that? Isle of the Dogs
No,
or something like that?
but it's all dog's purpose.
Dog's purpose, life, whatever.
Yeah, the purpose-driven dog.
The
or something.
purpose-driven dog. I was gonna go the same place, man.
Like they have a sequel.
All right,
now.
shut.
Yeah, whatever.
Let's go back to Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
go back
must
to Captain
we?
Marvel.
We
Yes,
haven't even gotten that far away from Cat.
I know. So, this acting solid. It's the first time I think we've seen.
Acting out of Brie Larson, yes.
It's the first time we've seen acting. Wow. A happy side of acting from Nick Fury, right? Samuel
Yeah.
Jackson
Oh,
actually.
very-
my God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was very
that's
different
not-
Nick Fury.
That's not the first. It's the first time we've seen Nick Fury in this attitude.
Yeah.
You're right. But
With a smile.
But Samuel L. Jackson's played several happy characters over the course. But the Hitman's Bodyguard, he was a
That's true.
happy son
Yeah.
of a bitch in that one.
He was.
He
I
loved
love that movie.
his life in that one.
That
was
is actually I think one of the best made movies. Like
And-
for storytelling,
and two
one of
Mar-
the best movies ever made.
two Marvel characters in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or actors, I mean. Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L.
Deadpool
Jackson.
and Fury.
Yeah,
He-
Deadpool and Fury.
But in this movie, though,
Yeah. No, he
I
was
mean-
great. And again, considering he's like 20, 30 years younger.
with the CGI,
in this
Was
movie,
spectacular.
the best CGI
fantastic. I've never
was the de-aging process.
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
incredible.
Their de-aging was amazing, and even the transformations of the
Oh, yeah.
aliens was good too. So
I loved
Yeah.
how the scroll looked in this because they had to move him away from looking too much like Thanos because the comic fans all know the scrolls and Thanos look very 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 similar.
yes, with
But
that
this
chin thing,
particularly with the chin.
the chin, yeah.
The chin thing. Yeah. The ball sack.
No, not like Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
Ah, that's true.
Not Peter Griffin, pair of testes on your face. No, just like the same kind of.
So keep going.
Anyway, yeah. No, so, but again, the scrolls looked like scrolls without
Right.
being too much like Thanos at the same time. So I appreciated that. Like I said, the transformations were very, very well done.
You did a good job.
Yeah,
You did
it wasn't
a good
the
job. Beard gate.
casual morphing.
Yeah, that we got.
Yeah,
from
there was no mustache gate.
There's no mustache gate.
No
in this.
mustache gate.
No,
They didn't look
no.
like the Power Rangers from 1994.
Yeah.
Scroll power activate.
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler. There you go.
Yeah.
That's the one. No.
That's it.
Scroll power activate.
So you made a comment though that Brie Larson, you felt. How did you feel about her being in? I mean.
Okay, so here's the deal. When I first saw the first version of this film, which was called Kong Skull Island, you could have replaced her with a cardboard cutout, and no one would have noticed. This one, she actually had She acted. She had a modicum of charisma, but I do think that she was a little flat. I don't think she could carry the movie on her own. But
Really?
yeah. But I will say this: when she's with everyone else, those are the best scenes. When she's with somebody,
She's usually
playing
always
off
with
of-
somebody else.
that's what I'm saying. That's why they didn't. Normally there's that scene where the hero's alone and contemplating. Like she didn't pull that off. But when she was playing off of someone like her and Nick Fury, or her with Ben Mendelsohn, I thought were some of the best scenes.
Look, I think she could give Michelle Williams a few pointers with how good she did in this movie.
Well, Michelle Williams didn't even show up to.
But
the show.
The deal is, they set up kind of that flat emotionlessness for
Very
her
early-
character
oh, yeah, early on. No, absolutely.
Based on the fact that
That's a spoiler.
based on the fact that she has to train. No, emotion is not in a warrior's. You know what I mean? To be a true warrior, you have to be emotionless.
From a Kree perspective, but that's also a spoiler.
You're gonna. I knew this. I knew this.
Here's the thing. You're going to sit there and
knew
say
this was
that
gonna
I
happen.
feel that this is probably one of her better acted movies.
I honestly haven't seen her in a lot of stuff.
I've seen her in a couple things.
I haven't watched a lot
Honestly,
of the
outside
movies she's
of
been
Call of Skull Island, that's about it for me.
in. Yeah.
And she wasn't necessarily. She didn't pull a Michelle Williams. It's not like she wasn't. I'm here. Hi. That's not what she did in the
Michelle
second.
Williams let her stand in. Go on.
You couldn't have replaced her with a Muppet and it'd been just fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the chemistry in this movie with every actor together.
Oh, absolutely.
It was strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the chemistry was absolutely there. Like I said, she did well when she was with her interactions with other characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, she acted in this movie, and like I said, I just don't. She wasn't the strong. The cat was the strongest aspect of this movie.
No, the cat was a good comic relief.
It was funny with
Yeah.
the cat.
It was a good. It was the relationship between the cat and the other individuals.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Was,
And Samuel L. Jackson.
was-
And Middleton.
Yeah.
Oh my
Mendelsohn.
God, dude!
Is
that's the
it
other thing.
Mendelsohn or Mendelsohn? I thought it was Mendelsohn.
Whatever, but him
I don't remember.
oh my
Skrull.
gosh, yeah. The visual effects aside, the way he played his character, there was just so many little nuances that he did that was just like if you blinked, you missed it. But if you're watching it, you're just like, oh my God, did he really just do that?
Yeah.
Because they were so subtle, and their little background things.
He did some full on like acting school little nuanced things that most people don't do very often. You
Right.
know, almost like classically trained.
Oh, absolutely.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was good to see. Yeah.
It was funny though.
Yeah.
Storyline, I think you nailed it. It's Marvel.
That's it. It's
Yeah.
Marvel, and it tells it's the Carol Danvers.
I will.
story.
I will.
It's a simplified version of Carol Danvers.
I will.
Agreed,
I
very,
will say
you know.
that it was told differently for an origin story. It reminded me very much of Memento.
Okay.
With Guy Pearce.
No, I can completely see the similarities.
So it's and it was a different. It wasn't as big as a shift like because we had all these movies and we had Guardians come out.
Yeah.
And Guardians was completely different than what Marvel had put out for an
Yes.
origin story.
yes,
It's not as big as a jump as this, but it is a
Right.
different way that they've told the origin story, which was
Agreed.
appreciated.
Agreed. Yep. Yeah.
So, again, you had great special effects, which any Marvel movie now does.
Is going to, yeah. But honestly, I
Annette-
still think the Nick
Annette
Fury special
Bening-
effect.
Annette Bening on who she played.
I
Oh,
was
yeah.
surprised when I saw her. I was like, she is aged really well and she looks really good.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, dude, she's looking good still. Like, it's amazing. Like, and she's still a great actress.
Oh, yeah.
She's still got it. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't seen her in anything since. God, I don't remember the last. I mean, it was like Warren Beatty was the last thing I saw her something with him in. What was
I'm trying to think
what was
of the last movie
what
I
was-
saw
was
that
it
been again,
the president's girlfriend or something like that? What was that one that she or was that Michael? That was with Michael
That's
Douglas, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that's not the last thing she
That's
was
not
in.
the last thing she was in. I said the last thing I saw her.
No, I understand. But I think I think there was another movie that you would have seen her in. I'm just trying to remember what it was.
It's been a long time.
That's what I'm saying. It's been a while since I've
But
seen that.
I
thing.
was that's
But
my
she's great. I mean, she was great in this role.
my point being that I love how Marvel is bringing back these actors we haven't
Yeah.
seen for such a long
Very
time
much so.
to do them to do these great roles because they still are they're good actors and I hate the fact that you don't get to see them as much anymore. I
Yeah.
love being able to see these actors again.
Well, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there was. I think the only major actor that I was like, was probably Jude Law. Like I felt like you could have done a little bit more with him and his character.
I don't. Yeah.
I think he was underutilized. I'm not saying
yeah.
he wasn't used correctly. He just could have been used more.
They didn't.
No.
They didn't have.
I agree.
They didn't. To me, they didn't have much of a build up for his character.
Right.
It was kind of like you just knew who he was. It's like, okay, you're that archetype. That's what you are. You're that character.
Yep.
And then there wasn't a lot to develop there. But you're right. They could have done some more back and forth.
I don't know what it is, but Marvel, with a few exceptions, they do struggle with their villains. With having,
yeah, they do.
I
Sometimes.
mean, that's just kind of par for course.
Well,
I don't think this one's any different.
Going back and watching Ragnarok, Hela is she's flat as far as depth in a villain. All she does is show up immediately, and she's like, "I'm the bad guy, and I'm going to ruin everything."
Yeah,
there's no build up to
Idris Elba in the Fast and Furious spinoff commercial, bad guy.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. We were watching, so we got to see Shazam, the trailer for it, twice, back to back. It was the weirdest thing.
Oh,
like
really?
we're sitting there watching, it's like Shazam, and it was like great, and then it came back out, and it was like it was the same trailer. It's almost like someone went, I want to watch that again. Like, click. They were like, yeah, that was cool, but there was no difference. And my wife and I are looking at each other like, WTF? Like, okay. I was like, I guess it's better twice. Like, I don't know.
I will say that when we were watching it, because me and our intern went, Zoe went.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's weird because we were living in an age where I never thought we would get to. We're all older, but I love that. Three trailers.
Yeah.
We saw, and there was more trailers than that, of course, because you got to have 80 minutes of trailers before the movies. But there was Hellboy.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't see that one.
There was Shazam, and then we had Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Saw
and
that
I'm just
one
like, my gosh, dude, we've
too.
got these comic book trailers, and I'm loving it, because, it gives us an opportunity to be a-hole,
And we'll talk about it later, but another trailer that dropped this week that was great was Burn Bright.
Burn Bright. We will get to that.
That's what I'm saying. We'll talk about it later. But
Yeah.
there's been a lot of trailers that have dropped over the last,
and Kat,
last
I think
week.
we're actually going to want to see the Burn Bright trailer. Just gearing up for that.
Yeah. Our other cohort in Nerddom was very excited to see that trailer posted. Khalid was
Yeah.
And I got to be honest, I agree with Khalid. But we'll get to that.
We'll talk about that.
I got
Let's finish
for
Marvel.
That was the other one. I saw Phoenix.
that's right.
They had that one.
Oh my
too.
gosh.
Okay, that's it. We'll have to talk about that.
We'll
one
talk
too.
about both of those.
Okay.
Yeah, those two I want to talk about.
So,
Go ahead.
So going back to the story, if you're really a comic book fan, there are some changes that were done.
Yeah.
Some were good, some were great. Some I was not expecting, and I'm not going to say what they are here.
Yeah,
but there are the twist for if you're just the average fan goer, it's nothing.
Yeah,
you're like, okay, cool, right?
Yeah.
But as a comic book fan and who's followed, you are like, wow, they're doing that with this.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting take. One that for me, I didn't mind. I thought I kind of like that.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't know if you would or not, Jason, because I kept thinking to myself, man, is Jason going to be problematic with that change?
No, here's the thing. Like, I don't mind if they're going to change. Like, for movies, I understand that certain things need to be simplified or even changed to tell the story. That's really never bothered me. Like, let's face it, Guardians of the Galaxy, not one of those characters. You could have renamed every one of those characters, and you'd never notice. And like again, we all know I love the original 1989 Batman. That's my favorite. That's my favorite one. It's I was rewatching. What was it? They had the Screen Junkies.
Get to the point about the movie.
But the whole point is like they changed his origin story. They cast Harvey Dent. Is black. It's like you have all these things. It's like I just want internet hate bingo. Was the tag? I was like, yeah. I was like, I don't care. Tell me a good story.
Yeah.
Right. I think now. I mean, there are times when you're like, hey, this is not the same character, and there's been that argument with like say DC's Titans where Firestar, instead of being that sort of golden hue, is a human color.
But there were a couple things that this movie changed. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. It's like, the story changed a heck of a whole lot, and it had a lot of rewrites and recast a few things, and and sort of changed up a bunch. But again, was it good for me? Was it a good story? Yes. Was it entertaining? Yes. Does it all fit? Yes. Do the changes make it a more complete story? Yes. Then I'm fine with it. I'm not necessarily someone who's like, oh, they made Spider-Man's webbing organic. I must protest. It was. Just don't, if you're going to change something, this is how you change it. You do
Where'd
it
you
well.
go? Starfire, Jason. Starfire.
Yeah.
Like, what did I call it? Firestar?
Firestar.
Okay, yeah, Starfire, sorry.
We all realize, you have to realize that, these movies are not solely written by the people who created these comics back in the day. These movies are written by screenwriters. They may reference the source material and have some direction from Marvel, but ultimately they're pulling these writers and these directors in who
Well,
are
specifically for Captain Marvel, they actually had 4 screenwriters working on the script.
And that's what I'm saying. So you're not gonna always get, this is exactly canon to the comic.
Well, and let's face it, we still have so much. As
And
far as the
even
canon
then,
goes, it's so screwed up
I was
anyway.
gonna say, even then, with the comic books, you can have whatever different version or universe you want to look at. So I mean, there's tons of room, and it's great that if you give them a good story, if you give people a good story, you can completely just breeze past all the outrage of that's not my Batman.
Right.
Have you finished making that shirt? I really want that shirt. I don't care about your Batman.
About your Batman.
How about this? Our merch. I'll have
merch
that,
store. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Merch store.
But look, overall, this movie's entertaining. Is it A+? No. Is it a solid B? Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's a solid B.
Yeah, I'd say solid.
absolutely.
Even B+ even as well. It can be because it has the funny moments in this movie, the humor and just the little lightheartedness. It doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah.
You show up, you're entertained. It's a good film to watch.
Yeah.
It was.
Now, amongst the other 20-some-odd Marvel movies, where do you rank it? Well, let me phrase it. Not necessarily specifically numerical, but like what other movies would you clump it with?
What would I
Smack
clump it
dab
together?
in the middle.
Actually, that's kind of exactly what I was going to say. It is another Marvel movie. So I'd put it together with just any of the ones that you would look at middling. It's a good middling movie.
Like say Ant-Man?
I
Ant-Man's
kind
a
of
little
like
higher.
Ant-Man a little bit better, but that's just because I like how it is, again, a little different from all the other Marvel movies.
So what?
It's got more of a humor take on it,
So
And Paul Rudd is I like him. I don't know. He's an actor I've always liked. So I mean, I don't know.
No, I
think I would put Ant-Man actually a little higher over that. We watched Ant-Man and the Wasp. I made my wife watch it on Thursday because I was like,
hate you.
Well, we watched it on Thursday. I was like, oh hey, we got to watch this because this is the last movie before this one, and you haven't seen it yet because she didn't go to the movie theaters because she's like, Ant-Man is stupid. The physics don't make sense, and I can't watch it. She cannot watch Ant-Man for the physics alone. We're watching it.
You don't understand.
How
How is this real?
I know. We're watching it, and she's doing
Well?
that. It's the scene where she's driving the van, and she's minimized it right
Yeah.
after she's picked him up. And he's like, oh, my God. And they're on, and then she goes, like, it's fine. And she rips the lever down, and boom, and launches the van or whatever, the Suburban. And she's sitting on the couch, and she's going, and she's got her hands up. She's so angry. She's so angry. And I was just like, honey, I'm sorry. It's like, you have to suspend disbelief. It's a movie. Like, it's fine. So, but yeah, and we come out of the theater, and she looks at me, and she's just like, we did not have to watch Ant-Man before we saw this film. She was so pissed. She's like, nothing in this movie. So, and I was like, you got to watch it. So, but yeah,
that's
I
hysterical.
like Ant-Man probably a little bit more than this film.
I know from my daughter's standpoint, right?
Mm-hmm.
Zoe, we're sitting there watching it, and it's always good to see a female character, right, going through her triumphs and learning to. And I think there's a part in the movie where it definitely was showing the resilience of a person, right? And I think they didn't even specify it to gender or anything else, but it was just a person on how to overcome the situations that you're in. And
Right.
the montage that was done for it was beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was very. That
was.
was very well done.
And so it was just, it's always good to see. We went there. I don't know what it is about the theater that we're at, but there's always someone taking pictures with the posters because they're happy to be there. Same time
Okay.
walking into this.
Standees.
Yeah, walking into this, and
yeah.
it wasn't even the standee. It was just the regular poster for it. And there's a lady who's like, posing with the poster, and but it's always good to see that people are interacting with that. And really, I mean, that's something. The only movie I've really seen that with DC that someone's done it with has been Wonder Woman. I've seen it a lot with a lot of different Marvel movies, but it's always good to see. It's always kind of cool, especially when they're in their midlife.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Did either of you feel, or because there's the worry, right, about a movie being too preachy or any kind of political,
Yeah.
agenda forcing itself into a movie and not ruining it, but kind of making it not as good as it could be, just based on the fact that they're too heavy-handed with everything. Does anybody, what are your thoughts on that?
So me and Jason talked about this yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this. With all the crap that led up to this movie, which was a lot, and it's Rotten Tomatoes is still going through it right now.
So much bullshit. Ooh, thank
Yeah.
you for saying that. We'll bring that up as well. I
but-
wanted to mention that.
I didn't feel it with this movie. I thought everything, if the story permits it to show something, and it just happens to be that this character is of one gender or another.
Agreed.
Like Chris just said, his 7-year-old daughter loved it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, right?
Yeah.
Like because it's something for. I mean, how many times as guys we always have heroes to look up to,
We do.
but my daughter
underrepresented, very
Absolutely.
And I agree. I never felt throughout
wasn't
this
over-
movie.
it
Yeah,
wasn't
I never felt
overhanded
throughout
or
this
anything
movie
like
where I was like, okay, I get it.
Nothing
that
was
never
forced.
happened.
Yeah.
That never
Nothing
happened.
was forced.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, that never
No,
happened.
it was. Yeah.
Same here.
So.
No, and I completely agree. I mean, there was one scene that got maybe a little heavy-handed, but it didn't go so far that it took
And
me
we
out
talked
of the
about
story.
that, and I'm not going to say it because again we don't
We'll
want to
spoil
spoil
it.
it.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like,
But-
it doesn't take me out of the
film.
Out of the film. But
Out
all,
of the
like I
film.
said, in many ways, it was. You could kind of see why it would be
and
there.
me and you both disagreed on that because again it's a part of the montage scene, and I don't agree with you. But
I
that's
still love that
that's
montage.
just
That
us,
was-
right?
that-
We're
Well,
going to
there's two
disagree on that.
montages, but there's one that
No,
specifically, yeah.
The
inspirational.
inspirational montage
inspirational
scene
montage was fine.
fantastic.
The one I'm talking about is the earlier one. But like
Again,
I said, I said it didn't take me out of the film. I'm just saying it got a little heavy-handed, but it wasn't so bad that I'm like, oh.
It wasn't doing it consistently for you throughout.
Yeah.
There was one point where you thought about it, but even then, it wasn't bad.
Right.
It didn't make you.
There was a context that it made it work.
Right.
So then, like I said,
and
I'm happy.
and the family aspect, which
Oh,
was
it was
kinda,
amazing. Yeah.
I didn't
Loved
see that one
Yeah,
coming in, but
no,
there was
I
really
didn't
strong
see that
family
either.
in there.
I didn't like when they started touching on that. I was like, oh wow! Like all of a sudden, I was like, man,
It was serious. It was
Yeah.
emotional.
Yeah.
You start.
Oh yeah.
Let's say this: you could have teared up, but by then, within the first 30 seconds of this movie,
Oh yeah.
I was already choked up because what Marvel did for their tribute to Stan Lee was beautiful.
yeah.
it
The
was-
intro,
it was touching.
that intro was
Yeah.
fantastic.
I hope they do the same for Endgame, but certainly that was.
I gave a little bit of applause, and a few other
Yeah.
people in the theater did the same little,
Yeah.
and then we all got quiet.
Oh,
The movie started, but that was great. Like,
and I think it wasn't until
I loved it.
Yeah.
it was a subtleness of it.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't expect it, and then also the fade to black on that.
Oh.
It was just
Yeah,
That's
they-
when I was
Almost
just
painful,
like,
yeah.
they did a good job.
Ooh,
They did a
yeah.
really good job. And
So-
his, well, should I? Can we?
Okay, we won't say what, but his cameo, I think, is
That's what I was gonna say. I
Yeah.
didn't know if I should. His
Yeah.
cameo was great.
maybe my favorite cameo.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Outside of,
certainly the some of the actors that we follow, the one that's geared to you the
Yeah,
most.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
a direct like.
Already on Instagram
Direct-
with tears rolling down his
direct
eyes, just
nod.
saying, "I can't
Yeah.
believe it."
Direct
I was like,
nod.
oh
That
As
my
much as
God.
that particular person cries, that usually doesn't mean
Yeah,
a heck of a
but
whole
that
lot.
one
But
I
this one
understand.
I
Yeah,
understand.
that one I understand.
As
Yeah.
much as that particular.
But go see it.
Yeah,
right?
you should.
It's,
Yeah.
it's
You should.
good.
And even
I enjoyed it.
even if you don't see it in the theaters, I mean, it's still worth a watch
Yeah,
afterwards.
it's absolutely.
It's worth it.
And for
It's
all
worth
of you haters out there, this movie's for
you just say
everybody. I did say haters. Trolls, punks,
Thank you.
schmucks,
True. Yeah. Jackass.
a-holes, whatever you want to
I
call
like that. I like that.
them.
Raymond's. Yeah.
Yeah, people like me. Just shut up. The movie's for everybody.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
not geared towards one. It's for everybody.
Like I said, it's a polarized culture, and if it doesn't conform exactly with what they have to be outraged by it. So, still your outrage, keep everything down. This is not a movie. Everything doesn't have to be a political standpoint. Something can just be fun, and this was fun.
Something can
Can't
just
you-
be entertaining.
That was it.
What?
It was
Yeah.
fun.
But can't we at least save the outrage until the movie's even out? Like you have all this outrage built up over not the movie.
But the problem is though is that if the movie came out and you didn't do this before, you don't have a
You've got nowhere. Yeah, because
where are you gonna go?
no one's gonna come back.
This movie was fine.
Yeah, no one's going to come
That's
back
my
after
point.
the
The-
fact
the-
and say, well, I retract my statement. That was actually a good movie. They don't want to do that. They just want to be outraged up front so that no one can combat them and no one
Except
can
for
say
Sean.
anything back.
with Battle Angel.
Oh yeah, well I own myself. Yeah, I came back and even said that was a good movie. I liked it.
Yeah, good.
I said
good on you, mate.
I will look. I may take a stance early on, but if I'm wrong, I will fully admit it anytime.
Alita is friend, not food.
So, but about
Anakin,
Rotten
you still awake?
Tomatoes,
just
about
make sure.
about Rotten Tomatoes.
Anakin isn't.
What I love, did you see that they actually changed their rating policy for people nowadays? That was fantastic. I don't think it was a direct result of this movie. They said
it was.
They said
It
it was.
was.
They said it was a
That may have
build up.
been the impetus, but I think this change has been needed for a while.
This change has been needed. I think this was the one that pushed them completely over the edge, but I think regardless of how it happened, I'm glad it did. So now you can no longer leave an audience review. I struggle with words sitting next to you. I hate this. An audience review where you actually...
Is it bleeding over?
It is
Dude,
bleeding
it's
over.
Do we need to
so
switch?
awful.
What
No,
is that cat?
no.
Cat's like, shut up, don't bring it over here.
So
Yeah, right.
I thought I was immunized from this way early on in childhood, and it's not working.
Not anymore, my child.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's one of those things you have to get boosted.
Hey, guess what? We are Borg.
We are Borg. So you can no longer leave an audience review until the release date of the movie.
Which
So no
Should've
more.
been.
It should all along. It should have been.
Yeah.
So no more of this, movie shaming up front, where you have these campaigns of people, internet trolls,
but let's be
bashing
realistic
the
too,
movie
though.
up front.
It's just gonna bash the movie when it's out.
It's gonna move somewhere else. They'll find another platform to do it. I'm just thankful that Rotten Tomatoes finally stood up and said something and did something about it.
Yeah.
Because it is
I completely agree.
it is unfortunately influential to a lot of other people. That site is very influential to a lot, which is what we discussed, several episodes ago, how an audience review can sometimes actually tank a movie's opening weekend.
Oh, absolutely.
I know. I loved the redone Fantastic Four. I can't even finish that sentence. That movie was so bad. Anyway,
Yeah, completely agree.
But yeah, that was cool. I'm really happy that they did that. That's really nice.
all right. So anyway, go see Captain Marvel. It's got our approval. Not that it needs it.
No, doesn't need it.
But it has it anyway.
No one should ever listen to anything we say for
Except
any
for me.
kind of
Trying to get viewers,
with
Sean.
any kind of seriousness.
Okay,
you know,
Sean's opinions do not reflect those of Vagabond Nerds, and it's
just up
other
here
co-hosts.
screaming into the
In
void.
fact, you should
Oh.
listen to me. Go to jarofpaint.com. You go to the book section. You can find any book in there.
What the hell are you
Download-
doing? Don't
What
help
a
yourself.
selfless, shameless
you
plug.
jackhole.
Yeah.
Doggone. No. I will bring a water bottle with a spray. Get off the counter.
So the other thing I'm thinking about that
Go
I'm
ahead.
looking forward to, a couple of movies I saw some previews for that we actually kind of haven't really talked about or posted. There's a movie called The Kid,
Oh, new Western.
new Western.
Yes.
Which apparently is just stealing from the Magnificent Seven cast, I see.
Yeah,
Saw that.
Which is pretty
It's a
genius,
sequel.
actually.
Ethan
Yeah.
Hawke and Chris Pratt are both in it, and Ethan Hawke plays the individual who is apprehending Dane Hahn, or
Yeah.
Dane DeHaan.
And with a name like The Kid and it's a Western,
what's
who
it
are they
about?
talking about?
Yeah.
I think from all the clues I'm getting, they're talking about Billy the Kid, and so Dane DeHaan appears to be playing Billy the Kid, and from what I see in the trailers, it looks like he's doing a really good job.
He really does.
It does look good.
I haven't seen him in anything else that comes to memory besides Valerian, the movie. You remember Valerian and the Planets?
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
He was in that?
He was
Yeah.
he was a
He was Harry Osborn.
Harry Osborn.
Okay, excellent. Oh, that's right. Okay, but
Yeah.
like I said, comes to memory.
I understand.
So
Most of us want to forget that movie.
yeah. But yeah, I like him. I like him as an actor.
Yeah.
I don't think he was cast correctly in Valerian because I couldn't believe him and the other girl as those
Yeah.
characters.
Well, both him.
I think they need to have been older.
That was my thing.
Yeah.
I expected somebody older to play those
Yeah.
roles, and I think that's what kind of sullied it for me. But
I would agree.
but it was still, again, another fun movie to watch.
I always love Valerian.
But yeah, I'm happy to see that one. I'm really excited to see that. And so directed by Vincent D'Onofrio.
Really?
Yes, it is.
Did not
So it
realize
pretty much
that.
is a sequel to.
Directed by Vincent D'Onofrio. And the other one that I like that's coming up is The Highwaymen, which is a Bonnie and Clyde story.
Yes, and that's
But-
a Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
It's gonna be
Kevin,
Netflix.
Yeah, Kevin Costner
And Woody Harrelson.
And it's from the perspective of the Texas Rangers that went after him.
Went
Actually
after him,
apprehended.
exactly.
Well,
and
I
it's,
say apprehended, but
Yeah.
you know.
yeah. And
Oh,
Kathy,
they were apprehended in multiple
in
pieces.
multiple pieces.
Yeah.
Kathy Bates as the mayor,
Governor.
I'm sorry, governor. So, and this is directed by John Lee Hancock. Such stuff as The Blind Side and Saving Mr. Banks, which is the Mary Poppins story
Yep.
about how they got her to give them the rights to write the movie.
But it's Netflix movies like this that make me really irritated when this week or the week before Steven Spielberg comes out and goes, "No, we don't want any movies."
What a
It's
jackass,
like, dude,
dude.
Yeah.
What a jack-
you know, for
it's
someone
movie. It's a movie.
and you were struggling too, and I
Yeah.
get it. Well, I paid my dues, and I'm gonna get. Okay, it's just
Other
another
people
form
are
of
going to pay their
storytelling.
dues too.
It's what we're
jackass.
moving to. So,
Yeah,
like,
just because
dude,
you went through it doesn't mean other people aren't going through it in their
Yeah.
own ways.
Well,
You don't just cut off somebody else's growth and say,
Oh,
"You're
yeah.
not really a movie." It's like, get over yourself.
Well, here's the thing. The thing about Netflix or made for Netflix movies, particularly when
let me tell Steven Spielberg how to make his movies.
I'm not telling him how to.
I'm
do
not telling him
anything.
anything.
I'm
I'm
just
just
saying.
saying.
I'm just saying.
I'm
Don't
just
be a
saying.
jackass.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes a lot of sense, though, right? So, particularly if you have something like The Highwayman, right?
Yeah.
It's not a big special effects thing. It's a much smaller budget. It makes sense.
It's a
And it's
story.
It's a story.
And I love a good period piece.
Oh,
man.
exactly.
Love
It's a
good
perfect
period
location
piece.
for it. You can go
Don't.
watch it. You can make. It can be more profitable. It doesn't have to go through. It doesn't have to go through all the problems of going to the theater and all the and all the costs that it goes through. I mean, it takes a lot of cash to send those movies to a theater. Whereas going directly to Netflix, you bypass a lot of those costs.
Towel, Sean. Keep going.
Anyway, so I think Netflix is a perfect location for those kinds of films. I'm glad that we're going to be seeing
do.
them.
I do,
This
I
movie
absolutely
has
do.
me more excited than Spider-Man.
And
Okay.
one more note, right? Screenwriter John Fusco, Young Guns,
Oh,
Young Guns
yeah.
2, Thunderheart, and he did the Marco Polo series for Netflix.
I never saw that.
He's the same guy.
Speaking of
and
Young
I'm
Guns
like, for
2.
the fact that he's doing this,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I can't wait.
Dude, all
Can't
of it, man. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Is that your foot?
That is my
Are we
foot.
playing footsies over here?
we'll play later.
Take your shoe
don't know
off.
which
Let's make this
governor she was.
interesting.
All right. Giggity.
I'm trying to remember which governor she's playing. If it was
Not the one from Walking Dead.
No, not that
Not
one.
that governor.
Oh, okay.
I think
Governor.
I think it's
Governor?
Hogg.
Governor.
Governor. Anyway, from Texas history, I remember the governor. Just can't remember
Who
which,
it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Her name, because there was one because she became like her husband had been governor forever, and she came into power after he died.
Great.
I was going to say he died, right?
yeah,
He
I
had
wanted-
like a stroke or something
something
happened. It was
something
a
like that,
sudden
yeah.
thing, and she filled his shoes.
I want to say it was Hogg,
Yeah.
which is why if you drive around, particularly backwoods Texas, you'll find a lot of Jim Hogg roads. Things like that. That's who that's named after.
Okay, I got you.
So let's speed along because we're starting to wind
Okay.
down the show now. Couple of interesting things, right?
Yeah.
So is it Idris Elba?
Yes.
Idris.
Idris? Is it
I
Idris?
thought it was Idris.
Idris.
Might
Cat,
be Idris.
opinion?
Idris.
Idris?
Who's that?
Okay.
All right.
So,
Fair enough.
No, come on, seriously. Who?
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
Idris
A Dark
or
Tower.
Idris?
He's
Dark
the new
Tower.
villain
Oh.
he was the bad
He
guy in
he's
Star
Heim-
Trek.
He's Heimdall from all the
Yeah,
Thor
Heimdall.
movies. The guy carrying the sword, opening the bridge to everything.
He was up. People wanted him as the new James Bond.
There was a movie. There's
Which
a
I still would love to have him as a new James
BBC
Bond.
series called
Luther.
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 Oh, that's a great series.
Yeah.
He's
So
really
what
good
about
at
him? I actually do like him. I know who you're talking
He
about.
is the new Deadshot
Yeah.
in James
Yeah.
Gunn's
Okay.
Suicide Squad.
This is confirmed.
That's
Yes.
confirmed.
Nice.
And I am all for it.
Nice.
Yep.
I am all for it.
Very nice.
So that's a quick shot at
I
that
love
one.
that. I'm excited. That's good.
I see
Who
what
else?
you did there.
Right?
Who else? Jesus.
The other thing that happened,
Who else do they have in this film at this point? I mean, I know they've got
him,
They've got Margot Robbie again, right? They've
which they
recast
didn't,
her
they,
for.
they didn't know, but they are bringing it back, is what they're saying. That they
Okay.
will bring her back.
Okay.
Um,
Because look,
King-
I'm sorry. She played as Harley Quinn. I was like, nailed it.
oh, absolutely.
That's one of those. It was.
Yeah.
It was just like what's his face is the Joker.
Jack Nicholson?
He's dead now.
Oh.
Heath Ledger.
Heath
Thank
Ledger.
you. Yes, yes, Mr. Knight's Tale himself.
Oh, I love that movie.
That really is such a great. What?
That-
you hate that?
You
movie?
hate that movie?
That movie's amazing.
All right, we're not sticking on that. All
We're
right,
not friends
so,
anymore.
So anyway, so
Sorry.
we've got her, Dave Bautista, Drax,
Yes,
looks to be
Drax.
playing a character on
Really?
there.
Wow. Wow.
It's not confirmed.
You said looks to. It's not confirmed.
Looks
It's
to,
a
yeah.
possibility. Okay, I got you.
they've got some other D-grade Batman villains that they're going to bring to the forefront.
Okay.
Please tell me one of them is Kite Man.
No.
Oh.
Flag is gone. He
Okay.
doesn't look like he'll be popping up in this one.
Okay.
So it's definitely going to be some changes on there, right? But you still got Deadshot. You still have Quinn. It'll be interesting to see. Can't wait. Then the next thing that happened, Arrow's coming to an end.
Yeah.
Look at that.
We're at least 2 or 3 seasons behind at this point, but it's been good this entire time, and it was one of those. It was one of those shows that really kind of made. I don't know. It made it very interesting on TV. It was.
Yeah,
it's good.
it's
It's a
very
good
good.
made-for-TV series.
Well, not only that, but it
can't be it sometimes, but it's supposed to be.
It catapulted that Arrowverse into what it is today. You just don't have anything on CW without this, Arrow. And everyone got renewed. I am going to say that. Our current version of how the DC operates on Warner Brothers, it does not happen without Arrow.
Okay, no, that's better. Usually there wouldn't be anything on CW. It's like Smallville was already...
shut the hell up. So
I was
anyway,
trying to see where you're
I
going with
already
it.
knew
I
where
get
you were
you-
going to.
the
So
tone.
shut up.
I got you.
So I meant something good. Yeah, I said it. Anyway,
Did you just diss Smallville?
I never really watched it. So I don't.
Or
really
just
care.
or the CW?
anyway,
I'm okay with that.
no, I'm just trying to find ways to piss you off. But
like I
you
care
don't.
about the
You don't.
CW?
Shut up. So you don't get anything that you have today
Why did I do this to myself?
because we love
I
you.
agreed. I agreed to this.
You did.
Yes, you did.
I agreed to this.
And at one point you were like, "Yes."
This sounds like a really great idea.
And I'm putting way too much effort.
You are. We're not going to get to any of these trailers.
No, we will get there.
Okay, so
Overcast, like no. Anyway, so it's coming to an end, which was really weird because
it was abrupt.
Well,
right?
not only that, but the CW announced every show was coming back next year.
Yeah.
And
Even Arrow.
Even Arrow. Like
And it's
they
coming
flat out
back,
said,
but
and it
for like
is
a truncated
10 episodes.
Oh, it's 10 episodes. Yeah, so there's only 10 episodes and it's done. Okay.
And Stephen Amell as Arrow is not done.
So why? Okay, hold on. Back this up a little bit. Tell me. All right. Are all of these canceled, or is it just Arrow that's
Arrow.
done? So is Arrow canceled, or did they just decide to say, you know what, we're finished,
Arrow, they all came to an agreement and said, we know where we're at.
and we're done here?
We're done.
Okay. So
We've
are they
told what we can
taking
tell.
that series to DC's streaming service?
No.
Okay. So it is finished.
This show's done.
This is done.
But Steven's the characters
The
that are
character.
used
Uh-huh.
in there
Yeah.
are at liberty to pop up other places.
Okay, so they can still make their appearances in Flash and Supergirl.
And
or,
I would think you would
know,
see
or,
them.
is it Black Lightning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think the most obvious one for Arrow though or for the character of Green Arrow would be Batwoman.
Yeah.
Is
Between
that
that
starting?
and the Flash.
Is that already
yeah,
on?
that'll be on next
That'll be
season.
on.
Oh, cool.
Have they established though what universe Black Lightning is in? Because
Still not part of the
Oh, so he's not even involved
no,
with
he's
these
not
other
part
shows.
of the Arrowverse,
God,
but it's
dude,
all
I'm
the same
so
writers.
many seasons
Yeah.
behind on every one
well,
of these
here,
shows.
I mean, they never really even established that the first season, which I watched.
Yeah.
Is it the same universe or a
it
different
not?
universe?
Yeah.
They have nods to it,
Mhm.
and there are nods between. Some of the same characters exist within the Black Lightning universe, but they have not officially said
They've
this
not
is
pulled
part
one
of
of
it.
the actors
Yeah.
into it yet. They may
Or-
have mentioned the name or they know of somebody.
But some of the characters,
Uh-huh.
for instance, the one on the CWC, the animated one for is it
Oh, a Vixen?
Vixen?
Yeah.
They reference all the shows reference Vixen. Obviously, Legends of Tomorrow definitely does,
Yeah.
Oh,
She's on the
Legends,
show.
Legends of Tomorrow.
but
yeah.
Both of them actually are on the show.
it's referenced within Black Lightning that
Yeah.
that background and that character exist. So does it? Probably. Are they willing to bring it into a crossover?
We don't know yet.
Not just yet.
Yeah.
But that would be my thinking is that you'll see Arrow pop up in
Yeah.
Flash or whatever,
Super-
and
yeah.
definitely the crossovers. I would think.
Yeah.
Well, imagine you got Batwoman coming. They could do something like in Legends of Tomorrow. I do like the show because it knows what it is, but I think at this point you could really seriously retool that show and bring some of the characters and make it a more Justice League esque kind of show. 'Cause,
Yeah.
right?
But why? But what's what? If they start to get to the point where it is stale,
Yeah.
I can understand the change.
That's all I'm saying.
But
Yeah.
right now, I don't see any reason to.
Make it a more rotating cast. That's all I was saying.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, we're down to the last 10 minutes. So
What else you got?
other news. I'm not going to say who, but Fox pretty much confirmed the death of a particular X-Men in the Dark trailer. Or
Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix trailer.
Yeah, the trailer was pretty revealing on that, and I was kind of bummed when I saw that because again, I really hate it when trailers go too far.
Well,
Yeah.
I but you don't know for sure.
That was my
You
thought.
don't.
Because Fox even came out and said, "Yeah, we're doing it." I'm like, "Is this my first thought is this has to be a gag, right? Like they want
It's
us to
misleading,
think
you mean?
misleading." Yeah,
Well, I just skipped you and jumped straight to him.
it really did.
Give the dictionary back.
So, anyways,
Anyway, so it's in. So again,
hold on 1 second. You know that dead air that you cause when that happens?
it's like the whole thing went this way. Yeah. So again, I'm not going to say who or what, but if y'all are into it, so that's the thing is they're saying that yes, if you think it's that person, it probably is that person. And Jessica Chastain's even come out on an interview and said that she's going to kill several X-Men. Now,
and that's another thing. I'm not surprised by that because
Spoiler drop.
I think that this cast, this cast of X-Men we've had for how many years now? When did the
It's been almost 10
when did
years.
First Class start? It's
been 10 years.
Yeah,
Just
it's
about.
been going almost. So this same cast of X-Men, I'm sure they're tired of doing it.
well, most of these are from the last two films anyway. So
No, man. You have 4 of the
Dude,
original
again,
ones from First Class.
First Class.
right, yeah, but you have Jean Grey, you've got Cyclops. I mean, they're all the main characters, with the exception of those 4. Everyone else is new. But I get what you're saying. Like the
Jean Grey, Cyclops,
Nightcrawler,
Quicksilver,
they've
Nightcrawler.
been
They've
around
been for like the
since-
last 3, maybe even the second one in the series.
The second one. I was
so
gonna
that's
say.
they've been in this series.
They
'cause-
were in Days of Future Past.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's
because
right.
it was
That's
First
right.
Class, and then it came to Days of Future, and that's when they were assembling the
Yeah.
team. They were all the students
But-
in the school.
Yeah, most of them have
That's
been
when he
in
first.
since
That's
the
when he
one or
first
two.
met.
No, Jean Grey. We made her
in the
and
second
Cyclops.
one.
No, in the third one.
Second one.
Third one.
Days of Future
All
Past.
right, let's
move
not
on.
let's not get concerned
maybe
over
maybe
which
you're
one's
right.
over the
I
other.
can't
Doesn't matter.
remember.
But my point being, they've been at this.
Yeah,
for a
they've been
while.
at this for a
God,
while.
that's
We're doing the core characters.
Much-
He's going to look it up.
I know
I'm
he
gonna
is.
look it up.
I know he is.
Okay,
Much,
so
much
anyway,
like people
I
in
agree.
the Marvel series
Well,
are probably getting tired of doing these characters over and over.
They're
and
tired
over
of
and over.
making giant piles of money.
No, you're just
Well, plus-
as an actor, you
I
want to
get it.
diversify.
I completely understand.
You know?
As an artist, you don't want to be pigeonholed as one thing. You want to do other things. I completely get that.
Same kind of deal.
Well, and plus Fox is, and again, by the time they were not entirely done, they knew that this was going to be basically one of the last X-Men films before Marvel took it over.
Takes it back, right?
So I think they were more willing to put a lot more. They could tweak the ending a little bit, put a lot more, leave it all in the field.
Yeah.
Sort of say.
Yeah. But I'm excited to see it.
All right, fair
Oh,
enough.
so am I.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Thank
So
you.
they didn't come into the third one?
They didn't come in until Apocalypse.
Cool. Okay.
Some of them, but again, the original core cast.
The core cast. Your Beast, Mystique,
Yeah.
Xavier, and Magneto. They
Yeah.
were all from the beginning, which is true. I completely agree. So
All right. So
Yeah.
anyways,
anyway, moving forward. So again, if you want to look it up, feel free to look it up. But it looks like this is like Dark Phoenix is going to do some
it's
pretty
their
radical
it's their
stuff.
end of like, okay, it's Fox's last hand in.
Again, if you're
X-Men.
gonna go out, I hope you go out
Go with a
you know,
smile.
with the
Nice.
the last trailer that I want to talk about.
Brand X. Sorry.
Only your Undertaker will know for sure.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
is again with a grin.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the last trailer that Khalid loved, I loved,
Brightburn.
Brightburn.
So do we have
Is it
Can we-
Brightburn
can
or
we
Burn
watch
Bright?
that?
Burn Bright?
Brightburn.
Brightburn?
Brightburn. Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't-
that's what I'm
don't-
gonna
We're about to find out, aren't we?
Yeah. We're gonna be corrected one way or the other.
Yeah.
So
here
and
we
we'll
go.
we'll be talking.
we'll talk
We'll
over
talk
this,
through
yeah.
this because obviously we
don't
don't want to
wanna be
get
banned.
Yeah,
completely
again.
banned
Again.
from because YouTube doesn't like.
Haha,
anything.
Brightburn.
And so it is Brightburn.
Yeah.
So the idea behind this, right? This is actually kind of something that's that's kind of starting to catch on is like horror themed
Yeah.
superhero
Superhero,
movies.
yeah.
You know.
And they very much play off of Man of Steel in this film. It-
Which is
that's
genius.
that is
I
funny the
love
way they
this.
did it. The way they did it's really good.
Down
and it's
down to the, well, as you just saw, down
Yeah.
to the actual title cards.
yeah.
yeah,
loved it.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, like,
Yeah, just the overall look, the cinematography. This is Man of Steel.
her boy that she found that fell from space, and
Yep.
you know,
Even the dang truck.
Yeah, it's everything, and I just how this is, and just the fact this is a little sadistic take on Superman. I love it.
yeah. And then I mean, and this is like Hellboy. I think is another one that's again we're having another
Yeah.
dark theme. Well, not dark theme because, as we all know, Snyder's already done all the darkness. This is another like a horror themed kind of superhero film. So I mean, they're going to be catching on.
And I love it because it's very much in that vein again of we found this child, in a crash and
Yeah.
Well, what would happen if you gave a kid those kinds of superpowers? Like
without the morality.
Yeah. Well, but that's the whole thing. Is
we've already seen that in Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
The kid holds everybody hostage with all of her imagination or whatever, or was it his imagination?
It was his. It was Billy Mummy.
Billy, yeah.
That was actually the actor's name. But it was sorry.
It was a little boy. I couldn't remember if it was a little boy or a girl. So
anyway,
now this is the first trailer from it, and the new one that just posted. Again, just as creepy, just as terrifying. I love everything about this.
Yeah.
And again, it's evil Superman, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Which is funny because when they redid the post-crisis continuity, that's one of the things they had mentioned was Superman didn't get his powers until he was 18. Like when he was a kid, he was
interesting. That
are we talking that, or are we talking 52?
No, I said post-crisis.
Okay.
The original Crisis. That was one. Because again,
we're old now, Jason. There's been a couple of DC crises.
Yeah, I'm very aware. Crises.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Well, that's one of the things.
That's terrifying.
They are doing again. They ripped so much off of, or they took a lot from Man of Steel. That was one of my favorite things about Man of Steel was they showed his superpowers from the perspective of the humans around him.
Right.
The only time you saw them from his perspective was when Superman was dealing with another superhuman, or when he was doing something. If there was a human around, you saw it from the human's perspective, and just how terrifying his speed is. Yeah. That's one of the things that they don't really play a lot with Flash as well as they could. Is Superman movie being able to be faster than a speeding bullet and do these things is utterly terrifying because there's nothing you can do to stop that.
Yeah.
Well, and in the second trailer for Brightburn, which was the one just released, they show him going through the house and taking out cops left and right. It's just so freaking quick. And it was like, and I love it because one of the scenes you have Elizabeth Banks telling the sheriff, like, no, don't. And before she can finish a sentence,
he's gone. Yeah.
It's just, he's done.
And he's going through the house.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. He's like, but it's like he goes through and then he almost immediately comes through the other, and he's just tearing through the house. And he's terrifying her. She's underneath the counter screaming, and then of course it ends with him hovering
because in case of volcano, duck and cover.
Yeah, exactly. And of course it ends with him like floating in the air with his eyes burning red, like Superman.
We would have died under school desks. Worst freaking advice ever.
Yeah.
Hey, if you huddle down this way, there'll be less to clean up. Everybody stay
we've
down there.
We've also gone to the point though where like it's really really windy today. We're gonna cancel school.
What?
I'm like,
they
what are you talking
school
about?
For winds?
When
at the school in the Northeast, they actually postponed school because.
Well,
it was
but we're
too
talking.
windy.
Okay, hold on. You have to understand the winds.
As if we don't get winds in excess of 60 miles an hour.
So
here.
my brother, he's in Rhode Island. Okay, and there's a bridge. There's like 3 bridges onto the island that he lives on in Rhode Island. Semi trucks get blown over when they are crossing this bridge on a normal day. The winds up there are very different than what we're used to.
You probably shouldn't be doing that then.
Probably not. Guys got to get the stuff to where it's got to go, though, man.
You're fine.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yep. Okay, well, we're down to the last minute or so. Raymond, would you like to kick us out of here, or would you like to take us out?
A couple things. One, right? Luke Perry. Sorry, bud.
Yeah.
Thoughts.
Poor guy.
Prodigy lead singer.
Prodigy lead singer took his own life. That was very sad.
Is that how that happened?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, did not know that till just now. So
Airwolf, the guy from Airwolf died.
Oh wow.
As well. There was a couple other people.
Recently, one of the Monkees has passed away too.
Yeah.
Peter York.
Yeah.
That was. It's been
it's been rough last couple of weeks.
Matthew Perry was very unexpected.
That was unexpected.
And he actually had lasted 4 days after.
Yeah, that's true.
That
and
sucks,
If you have not seen 8 Seconds, actually a really good.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It was a good movie.
When I was
that's a guilty pleasure.
When I was younger, I didn't get it because I'm like, why am I watching a bull riding film?
Yeah.
But I got older, I was like, you know what? This actually has a lot of heart to it.
So catch us, Vagabond Nerds, on Facebook, on YouTube. You can email us at vagabondnerds@gmail.com. Our website, vagabondnerds.com.
Which also has our episodes on it as well.
That's correct,
Yep.
which
So
will
you
be
can catch us
completely
there.
updated by tomorrow as well.
Nice.
Your pie's done.
Get my pies out of the oven.
Get back in the kitchen and make me some pie.
We are the pie.
One of the
anyway.
best lines from Under Siege ever.
Cat
Get my
needs-
pies out of the oven.
Cat needs to leave.
Anyway-
Let's finish this. Wrap this up, man.
Reach out to us, guys. We're going to be a lot more interactive coming up in the future, so be on the lookout for that because we absolutely love it. Also, YouTube, right? Like and subscribe. Same thing with Facebook.
Yeah.
Hit the bell.
We will be out tonight, or at least 2/3 of us will be out tonight at
Turn on
the
notifications
Search
so
the
you
X.
can catch us when we go live.
That's right. You got a flyer? Let's throw the flyer up real quick. Yeah, there we go.
Nice. Nice.
Look at that. See, that's Cat's on this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we like this.
Oh, I love Cat.
So you, Jason, you'll be
Yes.
at the Search the X
I will
peddling your
be.
wares.
Peddling my wares and doing commissions.
Cool. Yeah.
That's right. He will.
And for 100, I may take the shirt off.
For 200, he'll throw that back on.
Yeah.
Which is really what that needs to be.
I'm gonna keep my money. Thank you.
Jeez. All right, we're Vagabond Nerds, guys. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
We're out.
Thanks, guys.
Love y'all.
Thank you.